Hello, Emily here from MD Outdoors, and today I'm excited to be here with Naomi Arnold. Hello.
Hello, thanks for having me.
Who wrote the amazing book Northbound, which is about her journey from the bottom of the South Island to the top, doing the Te Araroa trail. Hello.
Hello, thanks for coming out.
Yeah, it's real excited to be here. I'm excited to be here. And are you so amazed at how well the book's done?
I've been so stoked. I didn't know what to expect at all. Writing it on the trail was really intense.
Yeah.
And I didn't have much time to think about how it would be received. And it was like a year ago today, I think, that
Really?
I actually filed it.
Whoa.
Sent the copy off, we used to say, or something like that. And then it's been published and it's come out, and it's just been such an amazing response. I've had so many messages from people. Almost every day I'm getting a note from someone saying they loved it, or giving me a long spiel about their walks, and it's just been great.
Yeah, so many people have connected
positive
with the book.
Yeah.
And how it's done really, really well selling as well, hasn't it?
Yeah.
You've sold quite a few copies.
Yeah, it's into its second reprint now, and it was on the bestseller list for a couple of months.
Wow.
Sort of between, I think it hit number 4. And then, it's just been sort of slipping around the bestseller list for a while, which has been awesome. And then it was voted in the Whitcoul's Top 100 this year.
That's
along
so
with,
good.
the Bible and Harry Potter. So
Wow.
I was stoked about that.
Yeah, up there with the Bible.
Yes.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
And what the people that are getting in touch with you, is it just that they're inspired to do something similar?
When it first came out, it was a lot of trampers and hikers, and women around our age, outdoor women who enjoy the outdoors.
Yeah.
And then it sort of seemed to seep into more of the general population. So I had messages from people saying, I hate their camping, I hate the outdoors, I've never been tramping, but I really resonated with the story. And so it's kind of slipped into travel memoir territory for people rather than being an outdoors book.
Yeah.
So that's really cool to have that just normal people enjoying it as well as outdoors people has been great.
Yeah, that's so good. And what initially inspired you to do
The trail.
the trail and write about it and everything?
I think I was a new graduate, maybe 2003ish, and I was at my friend's house and I saw a copy of Jeff Chappell, the Te Araroa founder's book, at their house, and it was Te Araroa, One Man Walks His Dream, and it was about how Jeff founded the trail and got it going and walked it himself. It was an insane story, and how he got the money together, and I just thought, I'm going to do that one day, that's going to be me, and I want to write about it. I was an English literature graduate.
So what year was this?
That was 2003 or something, and then, so the book came out 2001 at 2ish, and then the trail opened, I think, 10 years later. And then every year from 12ish, I wanted to walk it, and then I finally managed it in 2023 around Christmas. So it just took 10 years of wanting to.
Yeah.
Once it actually opened, and then I finally managed to get the money and time and gumption together, and my husband was really supportive, Douglas. So yeah, he's been great the whole way.
Yeah, because how long from start to finish was it?
Well, it takes 5 to 6 months normally, but I ended up having to do freelance work. I'm a freelance journalist, so I would take a week off here and there in the first half of 2024 to finish this big project I was working on, which wasn't planned. So it ended up taking me about 8.5 months.
Yeah.
And then I think I had a week where I was injured. I tore my MCL, and then I had 2 weeks of the flu, terrible flu, so I was just stuck, and then maybe a couple of weeks of weather. So it ended up being a continuous 8.5 month journey till I finally got to the end, because I refused to stop. I didn't want to stop for winter.
I was going to say, was there at any point, because that's quite a long time.
Yeah, it is.
Did you ever think about quitting?
No, never. No.
Never crossed your mind.
I wanted to, but I was just like, nah.
Nah,
yeah,
you'd committed.
Didn't come close to it,
Yeah.
But I definitely did not want to do it at some points, and couldn't be bothered, and was tired and demoralised. But no, I was just determined.
And how would you capture, from a writing perspective, so would you write in your tent at the end of the night, or would you write in the morning, or would it be a mixture?
The whole South Island was so overwhelming, physically and emotionally as well, I guess. I actually wasn't thinking about the book at all, but I ended up taking voice notes. I took my dictaphone down, and
that's such a good idea. Yeah.
I started talking to myself because I was alone, and because I had to keep ducking off in the first few months of summer for to do this freelance work, at libraries all around the South Island. Basically, I kept losing my trail family. Like I would walk with people for a day or two, and then they'd take off, and I'd be like, I've got to answer these emails and stuff, and I've got to edit this document. So I'd be battling Word on my iPad in my tent at a holiday park, or in the Wanaka Library, you know,
Wow.
just which is kind of what I do for work anyway. But yeah, it wasn't until winter that I really started writing. I don't think I'd written many chunks until about May. And then, of course, the sun would go behind the ridge at 2:30 in the Te Araroas, and I'd get in my sleeping bag at 3, and it was freezing. And I would just like...
I remember that bit in the book.
Yeah, type on my iPad all night. And just, I remember walking along Kapiti Coast, listening to my voice notes, filtering and transcribing them, and like writing on my phone. And I wrote the entire chapter 14 or 15, I think. I've actually forgotten what chapter was which, but the chapter about Stefan, when I was in Whangarei, I wrote all of that when I was in a storm in my tent. I wrote 15,000 words on my phone. Like,
wow,
it's just, yeah, it was,
on your phone.
Yeah, like, you know, while I was
so cool.
worrying about the tent blowing in, and then having to get up at 1 a.m, pack it up, and then walk down and find a wool shed to shelter in because of the storm. And then I just lay in my tent bag for 2 days in the wool shed and just wrote. So it was it was crazy. That was my leisure activity, I suppose, and my sanity was writing the book.
Yeah, that
on my phone. Yeah.
Because there's quite a lot, because you're on your own quite a lot.
Yeah, the whole time, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, were you, like, really scared at times?
Yeah.
Or you were, like, did you, like almost...
Like panic and stuff?
Yes, fear a lot of the way through? Or did you kind of get used to that? You would have got better at it,
yeah,
right?
I got better. In the beginning, I did get very scared of men coming to hunt me down, basically. There's nothing that can hurt you in the New Zealand bush. I know,
Possums.
Rabid possums. But I was scared of being attacked a lot. A lot of the time, well, all of the time, that was my imagination, I presume.
Yeah.
I don't know how close I was to being
You're probably
attacked.
safer on the trail than you would be in a city.
Yeah, but there was a lot of moments on a back forestry road, and a car would just roll slowly past, and you know, you're, as a woman, you're constantly alert for this sort of thing anyway. And here was a time when no one would find me, and no one. I had a GPS tracker, but no one would know what had happened to me. So I dealt with a lot of that kind of fear for my life. As for tramping fear, yeah, there were a few moments when I got very fucking concerned, actually. I was hypothermic, definitely mild hypothermia a few times.
Was that in the Te Araroas?
No.
Just
there was in the Waikato Parongia.
Okay.
Very bad weather, and I got so cold I basically couldn't warm up. I got my sleeping bag and I just could not get warm no matter what I did. I was wet, complete, you know, I just stripped my clothes off, got my sleeping bag, and I just shivered in my winter sleeping bag, and that was August. And all my clothes were completely saturated and they wouldn't dry, so, and there was no fire in the hut, so I ended up just staying in my sleeping bag again for 2 days, just to get, until I felt warm in my body. A lot of days I just could not get warm, and it would take even 48 hours to feel like I was at a comfortable internal temperature. It was quite fucked. There was a few moments like that when I just got very wet and very cold, and
that's when the fear
I was worried, but as long as you keep going, you just got to keep walking,
keep moving,
until you can get warm and dry in your sleeping bag and safe. So you just have to keep going, for 14 hours, all night, whatever it took.
Because I think it's good to note here that majority of people don't do like this trail in winter. Like it is a summer sport.
It's not what I did. It's not recommended.
Season starts about October, usually from the north to the south. But
so
I mean, at least you're in the north, not the south.
But that was why I went north, because I was starting in late December. Because of work. So not recommended.
So it's cool. It was such an adventure.
But it ended up being a very different trail from everyone else's experience. But I only had myself to rely on, so I just had to make good decisions. Really.
And have you kept in touch with anyone that you met?
There's a few girls I follow on Instagram, just kind of Instagram, just chatting on Instagram. And a couple of them have had quite life-changing experiences post-trail, changed jobs, changed partners, changed lives, essentially. But I didn't meet that many people. Like the people I walked with in the Upper South Island were my friends and family, and the rest of the time I was pretty much alone, and the people I met was for 1 or 2 days. But Mishi Kerr, she came and stayed here last summer. That was really cool to catch up with her again. I met her in Te Anau, and I followed her. I think she just did the South Island, I think. But another girl, a Czech girl, Zuzana, we text every now and then. So the people who I did meet, you have quite intense connections with, even if it's just a day or two. and then you just keep in touch on social media, really.
So they obviously talking about like how these things change you as a person. Like when you came out of it, obviously you'd spent so much time alone, and at 8.5 months is a long time to be like committed to a project. And like you said, you had a few weeks off here and there, but majority of that time was spent on the trail on your own.
And when I was off, I was just desperate to get back on. It was like I was, I was injured at my aunt's, or I had the flu here. I came home because I was so sick. I got so sick. And then when I was working, I was just like, it was driving me nuts being off. Like I really wanted to finish my project.
Because you just wanted to finish it. So what would you say you gained, like as a person, or what was your biggest like learning experiences through it?
I think it was just really embracing the suck. You know how they say?
Like that dark cave you go into.
Yeah, and just like the stuff is shit sometimes.
Yeah.
Life is, and that applies to life. I mean, you just have to get up each day and keep walking. I think the one foot in front of the other without panicking concept, I think that really embedded in me. And just honestly not sweating the small stuff. It's like we live in the country, we ran out of water again. We're always running out of water because the intake blows up with the rain. And it's like, I texted Doug and I was like, it doesn't matter. Like we'll just get takeaways for 3 nights, and when the river goes down, we'll go and fix it. It's like nothing is.
We'll bathe in the river.
Nothing is a problem anymore. Really. And if small stuff starts to feel like a problem, it's like, I know I'm getting overwhelmed. I need to pull back on some areas of extroversion or output, and just come back to myself. But I think the knowledge of emotional dysregulation, if that starts to happen, it's like you need to really stop, pull back, and see what is going on in my life that's causing me to be not calm. So I think
so that would almost be like you gain more self-awareness.
Yeah, I think so.
Because you were so alone with yourself a lot that you learned to know yourself more.
Yeah, I really had to ride the emotional roller coaster. Yeah. And it's like, if something's out of whack, it's like, well, take a look, what's happening? Are you hungry? Are you fed? Are you slept? What's happening with work? When you get your work done? It's... Yeah. I kind of parented or became my own best friend a bit more.
That's really awesome. I love that. Because that's like, that's gold. Maybe. That's gold. Yeah. And just to like recognise what you need as a person.
Yeah, I think
because you were the only one that could look after you. Yeah. Like Doug obviously supported you from the phone, and you would have had other people around you at times. But
but they were really
just your person.
And it was, often those moments came and it was like, 10 p.m. on, it was like 6:30 p.m, but it was pitch black in the St. Arnaud, walking up to Red Hills Hut, and it was dark and cold, and I was feeling hypothermic again. And you can't just, what are you going to do, ring someone and say I feel hypothermic? It's like they're just going to panic. Like what's the point? You just have to get yourself warm. So I think the self-reliance was cool.
That's really cool. And I like too how when you say like you had to go through like quite a lot of hardship within it, like that getting up and continuing even when you wouldn't have wanted to, but
never.
It means that other things are so much easier.
Like
that's the cool thing about doing really hard things. Is it just makes a lot of other things like,
it really does.
This is fine.
And I do appreciate the simple things a lot more. Like I don't need to go to the islands for a holiday. I don't need to buy this or that. Like I'm quite content being warm and dry. In
a bed, a nice soft bed.
I feel like a lot of desires have just
food
fallen
that
away.
Is not dehydrated.
Absolutely.
That's so awesome. And so what would you like? So obviously your book's probably inspiring quite a lot of people out there. That one woman who maybe want to go and do this on their own, or just people who may like, because I know when you started, like you hadn't like trained heaps, or you weren't like regularly hiking. Like you were obviously quite like moderately fit. Okay.
I mean, I've done lots of tramping, but like it wasn't that often.
So
it
was 0 to hero or over.
God. I mean, I really, I had lots of great plans, as we all do, and then in the end, it was like I'll just get fit on trail.
Which is like actually not a bad idea. As long as your muscles are all right, you didn't have like heaps of injuries.
No, I didn't have overuse injuries. My Achilles have always been an issue, and they hurt like hell a lot of the time. But like a lot of wading in South Island rivers helped, and I just smashed the Voltaren and Panadol, and actually just suffered a lot, really.
Which actually, if you talk to a lot of people that do this ultra running and ultra hiking stuff, it's quite normal. Yeah.
Yeah.
And just finding the right shoes and
Yeah.
So what would you say to people out there that are thinking about doing something similar?
Like get your pack weight down.
Oh yeah.
Is really important.
Because that's just extra pressure on your body, right? Yeah. I've done things with too much weight before,
and your feet. If you can do a lot of, I would tell myself this and then not do it. But if you can get your feet used to walking in wet mud day after day for many hours, at least know what it feels like and where the hot points are on your feet. And just as soon as you've got a hot spot, just stop immediately and address it with all means necessary. Throw everything at your feet, because I suffered so badly. Even the last day I was hobbling, drying them constantly, just attending to them like a newborn baby. Yeah.
Because they're everything that you're using to get through
and
this.
The pain is just so intense, like nauseating. Even walking up the Whanganui River Road, because I walked up it, I couldn't float down it. I tried winter boots, because my feet were getting very cold and they were so heavy and stiff, and I was just like, for 30k, just each step would make me just gasp in pain.
But you kind of needed the boot for warmth.
But I needed to carry 3 different pairs of shoes, really.
Yeah.
For different conditions, because it was road and then it was bush and then it was scree. Like, it was ridiculous.
Yeah.
But the trail runners were good.
Yeah, the trail runners. So you'd say use trail runners.
Yeah, everyone ends up
Get your pack weight down, use trail runners.
And get your blister protection.
Toe socks.
Your toe socks were great.
Yeah, they're amazing.
Yeah, the Njinji's toe socks were really good. If I didn't have them, I suffered immediately, basically. So,
what about just even starting more socks?
Yeah, lots of socks.
Lots of socks.
Yeah.
Did you use blister pads or anything like that?
Well, because I had the toe socks, they were, they're quite tight.
Yeah.
So I didn't really, when I had the toe socks, they worked really well, but they got holes very quickly, actually, because of the friction.
Yeah. But they did work when it came to
the blister protection. Probably using those as a liner, and then another. There's lots of different things I would try now. In the end, I would just give up, and I just couldn't be bothered, so I would just suffer. Because you just get to a point, it's just like, I can't do anything. Like, nothing.
You're not going to get it perfect.
Nothing stays on anyway, because then you're walking through a river for a day.
Which is probably a lesson in itself. Don't expect it to be perfect.
It's never.
Just know it's going to be hard.
It's going to,
but it'll be rewarding.
Yeah, and then the next day the socks are full of mud and sticks, and there's no water in the tank. So you've just got to rinse them with... It is the hardest day of tramping every day, and there's stuff comes up that you would just never expect of just shittiness. Really. But that's...
Mice, rats?
Lots of mice and rats.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, in the huts, like doing gymnastics,
Putting
running across your
frozen
sleeping
boots on.
bag.
I would find that really hard.
It was awful. You'd brush rat shit off the huts. It was horrible.
Yeah, lots of... all your creature comforts out the window.
Creepy, yeah. And you just lie there having a sensory meltdown, but be just trying to breathe through it, because there's mouse shit on you and they've just run across you, and you just tighten your sleeping bag and just expect a mouse to run across the hood, and I hate rodents. Like that was a thing for me.
Yeah, I would find that.
God, I'm really
I would definitely no, but it's reality, isn't it? Yeah. This isn't for the faint-hearted. So, what was your favourite meal? Because
that I would take with me.
Yeah, or what was the thing that you were like, okay, this is my go-to?
That Real Meals Sri Lankan curry was everyone's
favourite.
Amazing. That was really good. I honestly ended up ditching the dehi quite early. I found it really difficult to eat.
On your stomach?
I just couldn't, I had an aversion, I developed a phobia almost, and I couldn't swallow it, I just could not eat it. And I actually went 2 or 3 days without eating, because I only had dehi.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm just going to get, this was early, I walked from Mavora Lakes to Queenstown in 36k, I did 2 days in one sort of kind of thing, and I'm just going to get to Queenstown because I cannot eat this food. So I just starved myself. I couldn't do it.
Because you literally mentally could not eat it.
Well, I would try.
And even Real Meals, which are amazing.
My throat would just close down. It was like being a child and being forced to eat. Do you know when your parents would force you to eat soggy cornflakes or tomato soup? It was just like that.
I'm not eating it.
Yeah, and I just had some psychological block about it, which is dumb, but I couldn't do anything about it.
So what did you change to from there?
I loved cheese and cheese.
Cheese and cheese.
Oh,
like the
tomato,
crackers.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I know the cheese. Yeah, those
cherry tomatoes.
Square crackers.
I ended up buying cheese and crackers was a
which is good because that's protein and carbs.
I didn't even care about nutrition at the end.
Yeah.
I ended up eating fruit and vegetables. The salad wraps were really good. I carried a whole lettuce, which I actually forgot to put in the book. That would have been a good detail. I carried an entire, like, I would buy a head of lettuce and carry it and just rinse it in the rivers, and it stayed really fresh.
Oh yeah, I've actually heard of other people doing that.
It was so crunchy. I just loved that.
So you'd add that into...
Yeah, I'd have a wrap, and I'd have salad wraps. Yeah, even salami was too intense after and cheese. Cheese was just a full-on staple. But I wanted fresh stuff eventually, and 1 square meals, I still like them.
Yeah.
I love them.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's surprising you didn't put yourself off.
I had them a lot. I love the 1 square meals. Chocolate I couldn't stomach after a while. It was too sweet. And it affected my mood quite badly. Like, I think the sugar, a block of creamy milk would just destroy me. And I was like, it's energy. But
were you eating the whole block?
Yeah. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Like 3 quarters for dinner. Like, I wasn't organised.
So in the end, it just became like, get calories in as long as I can stomach it or get it down.
Yeah, it was just whatever. Egg sandwiches and a can of Coke.
Oh yeah, I noticed in your book you talked a lot about egg sandwiches.
I still get egg sandwiches and a can of Coke.
Because that's actually smart too. Protein, carbs, like eggs, cheese.
Yeah.
And
a chicken and avocado sandwich was another obsessive.
Oh yeah.
Chicken and avocado.
So you'd look for that wherever you were.
The bakeries, but this was in North Island, because South Island there wasn't much of that around. South Island was just a couple of times I forgot my food bag, so I would eat nothing for a couple of days, and you'd just keep going. Like I guess I would.
Would you do a shorter day?
No.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Well, that would have built some resilience.
I know. But there's just no option. Like, I left my food bag in, like, Coleridge. A big, like, full of D-high, full everything I'd gotten, methvin, like, treats. Forgot it. So I got 30 Ks in and then realised. And someone had given me a InReach. I didn't have an InReach, someone had given me one. And I messaged the dude at, like, Coleridge and said, I've left my... I'll send you a post bag when I get somewhere. And he's like, okay. And then, it was another 2 days to get to Arthur's Pass, and I went to the Beeley Hotel and I had like a lamb roast. But then I didn't bother to go into Arthur's Pass because I had to get up the Minga and down the Deception and to the State Highway to meet Douglas, who was coming to meet me in Ortida.
Like, focused.
Take a load of food. So I didn't go to Arthur's Pass. I got up at 5 and just, walked over and didn't get food. So that was 2 days. Did I go up? Yeah, it was like 2 days to go out up the Minga, over Goat Pass, down the Deception. And I ate blackberries at the end of the trail and was hungry.
Your body would have started to...
it was using its resources.
I was about to say, because when you go into like a walking state for a long time, your body starts to use your fat way more efficiently.
Exactly. Yeah.
So you actually probably conditioned yourself to be able to handle a lot more without a lot less food.
That I'd stored over.
And you would have been travelling at quite a good heart rate, so I can understand that.
Yeah, my body would go into its, is it ketogenesis or not ketosis, but...
Because you would have dropped a lot of weight then over that 8 months, because you're walking how much a day?
Well, at the end, I was doing 62 gate easy along the beach.
That's so good.
I think I ended up losing like 12 kilos.
Yeah, that's a
lot.
But
I wasn't trying to.
And you would have gained a lot of muscle as well.
I actually got a body scan before and after, and I lost some muscle.
Oh, okay.
Like just a little, and I lost like 8 kilos of fat or something.
Yeah.
Or 10 kilos of fat or something. Obviously, going back to normal life, it sort of creeps back on when you're not.
Well, it's not normal to be doing that much.
And it was a strain.
Every day.
It was a real strain.
And the body was strong. Like, did you have any like injuries at the end that were like really bad, or?
No, I just felt amazing.
Yeah,
I felt like an
really fit. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember I was just bounding everywhere. My running time was great. I was getting into the 4 minutes.
Bounding.
Yeah, I was getting into the 4 minute per kilometres.
Oh, awesome.
4.5 minutes per K. I was doing great with running, but I ended up having I'd twisted my ankle in Waikato, torn ligaments, and I just walked on it, of course, for the next couple of months, and that ended up really biting me when I got back. It was because I was taking so many painkillers and determined to finish. When I got home, I was like, this ankle is just, it's going. I'm constantly redoing it, so I spent months running on it, and I was like, just stop and rehab it properly. So I'm currently rehabbing Achilles and ankles still after a year, because I just refused to. I was still in the mindset of go at all costs and just refused to be sensible and rehab them properly.
Yeah, which you understand. You're in that adrenaline state.
Yeah, very much. And now I'm not taking Voltaren 75 every day. I can feel it.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
So, have you got anything else like in your mind?
Like another trail.
Yeah, or a bit of adventure.
I lost the tramping bug big time. Like when I got back,
You're just like done.
I don't want to go by myself again.
Yeah.
It was almost like
it's so the aloneness is like almost like
I never want to be by myself again, really. Yeah. And if I feel, if life gets on top and I feel like I want to be alone, I will, but I just want to go with people now. Probably.
Which is healthy and actually cool. That maybe it made you appreciate that more.
It did. Yeah, someone asked me at Word in Christchurch, what did being alone for 8 months teach you? And I said, to seek the company of other people. And they all laughed, but I was like, no, I really mean it. Like, I don't want to be alone in the bush again. It's boring. I mean, so I haven't wanted to go tramping really. Like, I've been on a couple of day walks. So I'm slowly getting, I'm starting to come back now. I'm starting to forget. It's probably like pregnancy or childbirth. Like it takes a while to forget the pain, and then you're like, oh, that was fine, I can do that again. Yeah, so I'll get back into tramping probably this summer. So I've just been really walking and running, jogging, mountain biking. But that's been fun.
But nothing like big plans?
Not yet. Not yet. I feel really content. The book has been really busy. Like,
you wouldn't walk like the PCT or anything like that?
I would like to, but America is a shit show at the moment, so that can stay for a while. Like getting in on visas and as a journalist, I'll probably get pulled aside and sent back home. My phone searched, but
true.
Doug and I want to walk the South Island.
I was going to say, do something with Doug. That would be awesome.
And I actually just want to get back on the truck on Te Araroa. Like, I would like to walk at Southbound. I would like to walk the whole thing again.